All right. This is basically my review on Roma, why Roma should win Best Picture, and why it will not. Now, if Roma wins anything, it will be Best Foreign Film. Okay, so if it's put in that slot, which it probably will be put into Best Foreign Film, A Star Is Born is going to take Best Picture. Okay, now Roma, I want to give you the reasons why, and this has to do with foreign film and domestic, or what you say, I guess, American or Hollywood. I have not seen A Star Is Born. I probably will go see it, but I did not go see it. I do know it will win Best Picture. I do know for a fact Bradley Cooper will win Best Actor. I don't know if Lady Gaga or Stephanie will win Best Actress. But I do know that Hollywood, especially the Academy Awards, loves to give awards to singer-songwriters like Lady Gaga. They did the same thing with Cher. First of all, we're going to look at Roma. Now, Roma is going to win something. It's already won our hearts. It's an important film. It's about Mexico in the 1970s, directed by the same director that did Children of Men. His name is Alfonso Cuarón or something similar. Excuse my pronunciation. I'm sure if I'm told by the right people, I could pronounce it. Pretty true to the record. But Alfonso Cuarón. I'm sure maybe in some accents it might be close. Cuarón. He produced the film and co-edited the film. It stars Yalitza Aparicio and I believe Mirena de Tavera and many other great actors and actresses. Revolutionary moments in film and cinema. Now I have to mention Fellini. I'm going to have to talk about Fellini and Fellini's work and the importance of Fellini's work even today. This is a film about a memory. And I believe it's about the director's memory and his life, or something similar to that. But it's also symbolic in a way. It's interesting how we can take a memory and see the symbolism in it. Tennessee Williams did it in a lot of his plays. Of course, this is taking memory and it's using symbols to make comments about what's going on today in Mexico and what's going on today in other countries as well. And of course, it's hard. It's hard. Now, Roma did have her premiere at the 75th Venice International Film Festival, which I'm sure, things went very good there in that festival for Roma. The 76 Golden Globes on Roma, it earned Best Foreign Film, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. That's why I mentioned Tennessee Williams and stuff like that. The screenplay is also very, very important in this film. It was written by Alfonso as well as directed by. Now, we're going to talk about the 1970s in a neighborhood in Mexico City. And we're going to talk about a class system. This is very important to me. The film is very, very important to me. I think this film this film should be shown in socioeconomics. It should be shown in economic business classes in college. It should be shown, of course, in the arts. It should be shown in the theater arts. It should be shown in film, cinematography. It should be shown to everyone. Even mathematicians should watch this film. It should be shown to a lot of people. Especially in the education. It's showing the difference, the extreme and violent difference between class systems. So you have the servant and you have the people that are being served, the upper class. And when I'm guessing, and I'm just taking this right out of my head, I see the upper class here as a Spanish influenced family, while I see the servant, the maid in this, is more Mexican Aztec heritage, is what I'm seeing. Now, I could be wrong about this. This is what I got out personally out of the film. I'm seeing it goes way back in ancestries on both sides. So we have maybe a Spanish influenced family because they look different than the servant, which looks more Aztec or Mexican Aztec kind of a different type of hereditary, different type of DNA going on. So we have two different types. She has no problem serving in this, no matter how she's spoken to. She just does her job, and she barely even speaks. It's an important role, but it's also an important performance to show what the lack of words can do in a performance. So here we are going to look at the official trailer here. We may have to listen to a little bit of advertisement, please forgive me. And we're going to look at this real quick here. Okay, so we have the privileged in this. Excuse me if you can't see me right now. I'm doing the best I can. You have the privileged, and we have the people that are not so privileged. But we're also making a statement in an artistic way about this privilege. You know, God has blessed these people, you know, to have a family, even though the father figure leaves, and the maid has stuck to her grounds. Now, I believe she gets pregnant by this martial arts obsessed a Mexican character that has been abused by his family and has been, at his young age, has been thrown to the curb and was a huffer, and he becomes obsessed with martial arts and gets this maid pregnant. That alone right there shows a very specific character point, or it shows character coming out of the script that is specific. So the devil lies in the details. So even that alone is enough to say so much about the other characters, which are important too. So people say that this is not a film about character. I think this film is all about character. Okay. People say this film is about images and cinematography. I don't even think the director was really going for that much Fellini style images. I think he was simply just trying to tell a story in a non-American way and was becoming very artsy about it because it was austere and it meant something to him. So he was telling a story in his own personal way, and we see it as art. But I think he was just simply just telling a story. And I think that's why it should win Best Picture, because it's honest, and we can tell it's honest, but it's going to win Best Foreign Film, okay? And we are going to see Stars Born take Best Picture. And this is the year of Bradley Cooper, you know? And, you know, I did go to the same school that Bradley went to. I missed him by 1 year because I decided to go out to Hollywood and get my chance at something too. Because sometimes other people matter in this country. But I know that the way that we look at it, because we live in a society where there's the servant and there's a peasant, but we haven't seen a lot of films where the peasant gets tired of being a peasant. Roma is not one of them, okay? She never complained in this film. The character never complained about being what she was. She just did her job. Now, I noticed that when the earthquake hit, some of the characters got on their knees to pray, and she didn't because of her connection to humanity and her love for life. So she chose to stand. And there will be a time where we'll all stand before something, and we'll all be judged in different ways. Now, some of us will have our consolation now, and some of us will have our consolation later, okay? So some of us, and that's kind of what Roma's about, some have the consolation now, and some of it have it later. So some of us are getting what we want now, and some of us will get what we want later. But Roma is going to get its attention now, okay? And it deserves the attention. But I don't think it's going to win Best Picture. I think that'll go to Star is Born, because Star is Born is going to get what it needs now. It could be passed up. There's Boy Erased, and there's some other films. Vox Lux kind of looks at stars now in a different way, and a lot of people really like that film. There's a Matt Dillon film that's out right now by Von Lar Tier or something, but he is commenting about making a satire about kind of like Jack the Ripper kind of thing. That's with Matt Dillon, but Vox Lux kind of shows some of the reality of stardom. Now, I'm not saying A Star is Born, taking from the 1970s and going back to the 50s and the 30s on those films. Star is Born is not a bad idea right now. This guy's kind of like a movie star, rock star, takes this young cocktail waitress and gives her a shot. It's not an original script, don't get me wrong. And I think from what I noticed is Willie Nelson's son, the young Nelson Jr., he did a lot of the guitar picking on it. And from what I know also is that some of the original songs, especially the one on Star is Born that is maybe something, The Old Ways Die, maybe It's Time, is written by another artist. And, hey, some of us can go up there and pretend, and they can get the things they want. And some people just are those things, okay? So, however you want to look at it, you can take an artist and you can say that this artist is pretending to be an artist because, they went to Georgetown, they got everything they wanted, and, their father worked for Merrill Lynch, and they got to talk to Robert De Niro in a nice way. And some of them were afraid to talk to him, So some people have guts and some people don't. And if you look at Marlon Brando's career, he was pure guts, even to the end. But maybe we should let those old ways die. But Roma is a film with guts. And it is a film showing Curran is an amazing director, okay? We're looking at someone that has the ability to go up against Scorsese. So anyway, this is a good film. Go see it. Roma should win Best Picture. Best Actress should go to the lead in this. I know that there's Yalitza, there's Marina, there's Daniela. There's a lot of good actresses in this film. So go see it. It's the best film out right now. It's the most important film out right now. If you want to go off and see Star is Born, hey, indulge yourself. That's what Americans are all about. We got a lot of work to do. And Hollywood is just the example of just doing the right thing. So Star is Born, you take that trophy and you get what you want now. Roma is a dang good film.